want to be a real boy.
I want to be a real boy. Sound like Mike.
Dude, how about Mike Tyson fighting again?
Let me explain something to you.
It's going to be a beating.
Because have you seen him?
Yes, I have.
And have you seen what Roy Jones has been doing?
I don't know what Roy Jones has
Roy Jones,
done.
in
I
the
don't
first.
care
No,
what
let me
Roy
explain
Jones
to
has
you.
done.
This is how you know it's going to be a murder. The first video they gave of Roy Jones sparring and getting ready, he was in some damn slides. He was in some slides going around him. Two, up. Man, you look at what Tyson is doing and what he's doing. Dude, you finna die.
That's what I was going to say, because it looks like Tyson is training to kill someone.
He is.
To murder them.
But see, he was already doing that before they set this fight stuff up.
Right.
So he was already in that mindset.
But dude, when I saw him hitting that big bag,
Ooh,
the heavy bag,
he's back.
I was like,
He's back.
I am glad that's not me.
Tell the truth.
I'm
Tell the
glad-
truth.
dude.
Tell the
Because
truth. But see, now they got rules. The WBC came in and said that there were certain things that they couldn't do, and one of them is he can't go for a knockout, which means he can't use everything that he.
Why?
Because they know Roy Jones is gonna get killed.
what do you mean you can't go for a knockout?
Totally
How do you tell a fighter
it's
that you
an
can't
exhibition.
go for the knockout? I don't.
It's exhibition.
I don't think that you can tell Mike Tyson
You can't.
not to
You can't.
kill someone.
Because you know you're gonna have to pull him back,
Dude,
You know,
when he gets into, I mean, dude, look at what he did with the bag. I mean, if
he was killing it. He was killing it. If it was an actual person, they would have been
that's
dead.
what I mean. So how do you put someone in there and go, okay, don't knock him out?
Because did you see the last exhibition he did?
No.
For charity,
No.
he knocked the dude out.
Of course
He knocked
he
the dude, and this was in the first round. The dude was in there playing. He hit, and he caught. But see, the thing was, he caught Mike. He caught Mike with a good one, and you could see. It was funny. You could see he had knocked the nice Mike out of him, and all was left was the monster. The look on his face after he hit him, he's like,
Really?
and then it was like, boom, and dude hit the ground. I was like, see, y'all playing with a beast.
Yeah, you
y'all playing with that beast.
I mean, I almost don't think Mike Tyson should be allowed to be in the ring.
Tell the truth.
Because I don't care if it's an exhibition, if it's
anything.
a friendly sparring session,
Or anything.
Once he gets in that rhythm,
It's done. It comes back to him. It's muscle memory. He can't lose it.
I think that
I am a firm believer.
I think that his body punching has actually improved from when he was fighting at a younger age.
Oh, yes.
Because used to it was body shots, but then headshots. I think he could take you out with just nothing but body shots.
He didn't
now.
buckle folks with just them body shots, man. When he was in his prime, he was buckling. He catch you in the ribs a couple of times. Next thing you know, their hands wasn't up here no more. They was always down here, and then he still caught him in the ribs.
Hey, but then he just pummeled your face.
Michael Spinks was the funniest and the quickest fight I've ever
That
seen
was
in my
11
life.
seconds.
Dude, he hit that man 3 times, and he was done. He was done.
Look, so Michael Spinks was talking noise right up until the fight.
They got in the ring pre-fight, where the referee is saying everything, and Tyson said this is what he would do to people. He sit there and he gets just look. He look them straight in their eyes, and he said he was waiting for that one moment when they looked away. He said when they looked away, he said I knew then I had him. And he just sit there and he just look. If you watch every pre-fight with Mike, this is all he doing. He just sitting there looking at you, just looking at you. And as soon as you look away, he get this other look. He like he can breathe. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna break him."
Wow.
The only fight he didn't do that in was the Buster Douglas fight.
No way.
That's the only. He came out there and he was looking at him. Then he started looking down. He started looking this way because he was on that medication. And that he did. I'm telling you, right. That's the only reason Buster Douglas won that fight, because he was high off that medication and he was under Don King.
Dude, and that's the thing, because that was completely out of left field.
It was.
I mean, here's the thing. For you guys that didn't live during the era of
Mike Tyson,
the legend,
yes,
airy Mike Tyson, here's the thing. That's not happening. Buster Douglas, this nobody who never did anything else again.
Nope.
A one-shot wonder, that does not happen
That's it.
in Mike Tyson's ring.
That's it.
So there was something different about that fight, and so you can't say that it was Buster Douglas. It was 100% Mike
perfect
Tyson.
storm. It was a perfect storm.
Lost that fight.
It was a perfect storm for Buster Douglas. It was
because that didn't happen.
It didn't. It didn't. The way he was fighting, everybody says, even the announcers, like, it's something different about Mike. Yeah, he was high off them drugs, them antidepressants that they, the depressants that they gave him because he was too hyper. He was too. They said he was too crazy.
It was like they were giving him that albuterol, not albuterol. The what's the drug they give the HDR kids or whatever? It's called? Ritalin.
Yeah.
So it was like
to
they
calm
gave
him down.
That to
calm him
like
all the way
slow him
down. Yeah, and that's what happened.
And that dude was not sharp.
No.
He was not energetic.
No.
He was not vicious.
That monster was gone.
The viciousness was not there.
Mr. Hyde was in check that day.
Exactly.
It was all Dr. Jekyll.
and it was a lethargic Dr. Jekyll.
Yes.
That's what, I mean, people were just like, dude, come on, man. Turn it on. Turn it on.
And then when he got knocked down the first time, when he knocked the mouthpiece out of his mouth, he was like, everybody's like, what? Like Superman can be beat? Like, whoa.
Yeah, it was just a mouth-opening, jaw-dropping, what the hell just happened?
What the hell just happened?
Because that had not been seen before.
No, by anybody. And
he had to be done by a guy you never heard of.
And couldn't do one fight wonder. Because the next fight he had to defend his belt, he lost it.
Right.
He lost it. So there was no rematch to have because he doesn't have the belt anymore.
Right.
And that's the thing that just blew my mind. I was like, wow.
But then also, after Tyson lost, it was just like
downhill.
It was almost like an alcoholic that couldn't get another drink but lived to get another drink.
Yep.
And it's like you just saw this sad. It was sad.
Yeah, it was. It truly was.
And
it was like for those of us that saw Ali, it was like looking at Ali. It was like looking at Ali at the end of his career. Why are you in the ring? Why are you in the ring? Why?
And he didn't have the answer.
He didn't.
And so he was done.
Yeah.
And then when he tried to make the comeback because he wanted some money,
it
was pathetic.
Yeah, because it was all about the money. He didn't have the fire anymore.
It was not the viciousness. Nope. It was not the fire. It was not the desire. It was just money.
You see him now.
He came out and he lost it.
You see him now, though.
Oh,
where
now, dude, training. No. Then let's back up.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson has everything that he wants. Mm-hmm. He has the money, the cars, the house. He doesn't need to do this. Mm-mm. This is desire.
It's desire now to get back to because he realized who he was. He had an interview. I forgot who he was.
Punching bag. You see pure desire.
He was sitting down with an interview with Sugar Ray Leonard, and Leonard asked a question. He said, "Well, who was the Mike Tyson in the ring?" And he went on this tangent. He was like, he said, "But here's who I truly am." He said, "When I get in there." And he said, I find out who you are and what your weakness is. He said, a different me comes out. And he said, I really don't want that me to come out. He said, that's the me that can kill a man. And Sugar Ray had this look, because you know Sugar Ray is a fighter. Sugar Ray stand back and dance and hit you 37 times.
And smile doing it.
He got this look on his, Sugar Ray was looking at him like, whoa, who is this? Because he said, it's a monster. That's what Tyson said. He said, it's a monster in me. And when he comes out, that's the one that can kill a man. And he said, I want to kill a man in the ring. I was like, who would get in the ring? Who would in their right mind would get in the ring with this dude, man?
He doesn't want to just knock you out.
No, he wants to kill you. He wants to commit murder.
Now you're talking to the level. Kill you sounds lethargic.
Yeah.
He wants to destroy you.
With his hands.
And make it to where you never want to live.
You don't live anymore.
What area? It's like, no, it's not that you just don't want to fight.
You don't want to
live.
You don't
want to live.
I don't want to be here anymore. As long as he's here, I don't want to be here anymore.
and people who didn't grow up watching Tyson, they don't understand that level of destruction behind two fists.
They don't.
Because when the bell rang,
it was over.
It was like, have you ever seen cockfighting?
Yes.
No, I'm not done. Have you ever seen pit bull fighting?
Yeah, I ran up on a whole lot of them.
So Here's Mike Tyson in a nutshell.
Uh-huh.
You take the rooster, you put it in a pen, and then you bring Tyson in. He's the pit bull.
He's the pit bull.
And that's the rooster. Right?
Destruction.
That dog is just like, let me out.
Just like, wow.
Dude,
for real?
That's Tyson.
Yeah. That's him again now, because you see him in that training, man. He's like, that's Tyson. That's the old Tyson.
Right.
That's the dude that ran through the heavyweight ranks, man.
That's
he ran
the guy.
through 'em.
Dude, that's the guy when you're on the other side, you're like, I can do this. I can do this, really.
Until they bring you in the center,
Oh.
and you look at them eye to eye, you're like, and you see that demon behind him, you're like, oh, shit.
You're like,
What did I do?
what's going on here?
Yeah. Can I get some garlic?
Do I get paid?
Is there a crucifix somewhere?
I know that if I don't fight, I don't get paid.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm going to go out and do the best I can. And
'Cause I can't look like a
And when
punk.
you're a fighter and you're saying in the back of your mind, I'm going to do the best I can.
You know you lost already.
Because that other dude's just like, I'm going to kill you.
I can't remember who it was.
Murder you.
First punch he threw in this fight. The first punch he threw, he hit the dude in the kidney. Bow. Dude tried to run for the rest of the first round after that first blow, and he caught him in the corner. He hit him 3 times. Kidney punch, and when dude dropped his arms, he hit him with that uppercut, and he was asleep.
Dude, Mike Tyson, to me, had the best uppercut
Yes, he did.
of all time.
Yes, he can sneak it in any.
Dude, he can be pounding your face and then dip down.
And here it comes.
And
Lift you off your feet.
Because his uppercut
Not feet.
was not arm strength.
No,
it was
body.
all the strength
Everything.
of the body.
Everything.
Every limb, your internal organs, like compressed to bring you just that little over the top compression. Dude, am I lying?
You're not.
Dude,
You're not, man.
Because his whole body, as he was going up, his body's leaving the ground.
Yes.
And then the opponents, once that glove makes connection with the chin, his feet come up off the ground.
Not feet. Man.
Boom. And dude, it was lights out.
Oh, you were done.
I mean, the birds were chirping. They were twiddling around, and you could just see it.
Yeah.
They weren't getting up.
Arms locked in the air.
And then there was a couple of them, though,
That he
thought,
killed.
oh, I'm going to get up.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're not.
And then they tried to get him and get the chicken legs.
Right. When the knee buckles,
Ooh.
you're not getting up.
Stay down.
Yeah.
Stay down.
So, well, hey, we just kind of started the show talking about Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that was an era of boxing. I mean, we had some greats before that.
Yeah.
Because, I love Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes was just like slow, but he had a jackhammer for a freaking right.
Until he met Tyson.
Oh, yeah.
But you know there was a reason behind that,
well,
right?
Well, also, though, let's say Larry Holmes was beyond his prime.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think Larry Holmes could have beat Mike Tyson on his best day.
No.
But that being said, by the time they did fight, Holmes was way past his prime.
And it was a get back, because when Holmes fought Ali was past his prime.
Right,
and
right.
He whooped Ali.
Right. And it was a passing of the torch.
It was a passing of the torch.
Because that's the way it's done.
But this is what Tyson said. He had met Ali when he first started boxing. And he told him, he said, if I ever get Holmes in the ring, I'm going to pay him back for you. The night of the Holmes-Tyson fight, Ali came into the ring. And he spoke to Holmes. You know, you do the cordial, everything. He waved. He spoke to Holmes. Yeah, have a good fight. He went over to Tyson, and this is what Tyson said. He told him, he said, I'm waiting on my payback.
Whoa.
And what did Mike go in there and do?
No way.
And what did Mike go in there and do?
Wow.
What did Mike go in there and do?
Dude.
What did Mike go in there and do?
He made Holmes look like he was in a nursing home.
Thank you.
It was
Mike
like a...
could have got charged for elderly abuse.
Yes. Because it was an embarrassing fight.
Oh.
But on the same side, dude, I think that is the passing of the torch.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It was.
That's the way it happens progressively. Is one guy that's a great stays in so long because everybody else he can still handle.
Yeah,
but when the next great comes along,
yes,
that's the passing of the torch. When you say, "I'm gonna beat you down,"
because that's the only way I can take it.
You've been the greatest for this amount of time.
It's over,
and I'm going to embarrass you because I'm now the guy.
I am the guy.
And without that mentality,
you can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah,
you can't do it.
I mean, if you go in there and think I'm gonna win this fight, no, I'm gonna destroy you.
And that's what you have to think in the boxing. That's what you have to think in MMA,
right?
Because you have to destroy
but I'm
that
talking
person.
about like when Holmes fought Ali. Mm-hmm. He didn't go in and say, I respect what he's done, so I'm going to take it easy on him, and I'm just going to win. No. You go in and destroy. And so whenever the next level happens, which would be Holmes and Tyson, you just have the same occurrence. It's like, I'm not just here to beat you. I'm here to claim what's mine.
And he did.
Boom.
And he did.
Yeah.
He did.
It was awesome.
It was ugly.
So anyway, let's get on with the rest of the show.
Yes, sir.
We're reminiscing because we're old and we know what real athletes were, and whether it be football, track and field, basketball,
baseball.
Boxing. I mean,
there was
the greatest.
Bro, talk about it.
It's our generation.
Tell the truth. Talk about it.
A little bit before, but definitely during. So all you after us, you're just soft. You're 100% soft.
But what's the picture perfect of that? The NBA today. Because you can't touch certain people. You can't.
Soft.
And then they flop with it. That's the stuff that blows my mind. You go by them, and you don't even touch them. They flop and fall, and you get a call on you. You're like, where? What?
Yeah, dude. Back in the day, it was an elbow to the chin, and that wasn't called.
The bad boys.
Oh,
Detroit beat
Detroit.
you. The Knicks beat you.
The New York Knicks.
They beat you.
Ewing, Patrick Ewing, one of the meanest
Charles
men,
Oakley.
The meanest men combination that's ever played the game. I mean, you're basically playing defense like Mike Tyson.
Yes. You come in here, you're going to get beat up.
And if you're playing in my house,
they're not even going to think about calling it against me.
You're going to need 2 guys in a gurney ready at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Every game.
Dude, that was wow, dude. I mean, who wore the face shield? Remember that wussy?
Scotty wore it one time.
Okay, no, there was a guy who always wore it. A white dude on some team, and Patrick Ewing was the reason.
Oh yeah, because he caught him across the nose. Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
And from that day forward, he wore a plastic
he was with Utah
face mask.
The small forward with Utah. I can't think of his name.
So listen here, Patrick Ewing created a optional face mask in basketball.
Yeah.
Nobody wears one now. They don't need to.
Oh, because you can't touch them.
I mean, nobody wears one though. What does that say? That says everything you need to know right there.
But think about Jordan. Jordan came in. He was a skinny dude when he came into the NBA. He was skinny, and Detroit and New York beat him to the point where he said one year all he did his offseason was lift weights to get bigger and stronger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the great thing about it was because of his stature, even though he put on the muscle, he still had the quickness.
He still had the quickness, and it changed the way he played. You came in there, you tried to muscle him, he let you know, no, I ain't that skinny kid no more.
Right?
No, I ain't that skinny kid no more. You got to fight now, bro. You got to fight now. Rip Hamilton.
Nice.
And he's black. Rip wore that. He wore that until he retired.
Hey, so let's tell everybody what we're smoking.
Oh, I am smoking the Arganosa leaf from Nicaragua, the Supreme leaf.
The Supreme leaf Aganorsa.
A gift
from Sean.
A gift. Thank you, Sean, man.
Yeah.
He gave me some other beautiful gifts, but yeah, I'm loving this Arganosa leaf, bro.
I'm smoking a gift as well.
Yes, sir.
Do you see what I'm smoking?
Placencia.
You don't see that. This was a gift from Mr. Roman. I took him some cigars. He gifted me some cigars. And so I turned both of them on to the Herencia Habano.
Yes. Smoked it.
What'd you think?
Great stick.
Dude.
Smooth the entire way through. Great flavor profile. Took you on that roller coaster.
Dude.
The retro hair was like, oh, man, I can taste this. I can taste that. It was great,
Are
man.
we getting this on film? I mean,
It was great.
Wait a minute. It's my turn.
Hey, I'm sorry.
To say what
You
I'm
made a mistake and said that.
And then I mentioned the Herencia Habana, and you think it's your turn again.
Hey. When you start talking about great sticks,
Dude, it is a great stick. I have been all over it, and I'm like, Sam is the one that was like, hey, have you? And I was like, yeah, I had one. Well, in my regular course of smoking, I might miss a gem because I smoke a lot of cigars and whatever. But then I smoked another one, and I was like, lights out.
Yes, sir.
I am all over
sir.
this. And I got to tell you, it's up there with the Medallia.
It's up there with the
The Leyenda.
yes,
Dude, I'm telling you.
yes.
But you know what?
To me, it could be.
But listen, the Medallia is my go-to.
Yeah, and like the Sumatra with me, it's up there with the Sumatra with me, man.
When a cigar can be compared to your go-to,
Yeah.
it's a good
It's good.
stick.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, I'm smoking the Plasencia Almafuerte. Great smoke. And anyway, thank you, Al Roman. Dude, we had a great time over at Al Roman's this last weekend. We showed up after a long day, and he had drinks, he had cigars, and relaxing patio with music, and it was just a place where you could decompress.
Yeah.
And
You need that.
dude, Al has created like a little slice of paradise.
His own Shangri-La.
Yes, absolutely. And so it was just a huge blessing to go over there and be able to just hang out with good friends.
Yeah.
My son went with us. Sean was there. Melissa was there.
Yeah.
Roman was there. The Roman. Yeah. So anyway, we had a great time. And anyway, thank you, Al, for the Plasencia.
Thank you, Sean,
big
for
fan.
these sticks too, man.
Yeah, we had a
Truly
great
appreciate
time.
it.
So I'm going to light up if you want to tell us something.
You say anything because I'm getting ready to light up.
If you want to talk for a minute.
Now you can talk. You see that? This, like I told him earlier, this is your show. No, it's not my show. Yes, it is. Now you can speak, Bryant. And then you say, okay, that's enough.
Hey, are you done?
Are you done? That's enough. See, that's the stuff people understand. I go through a lot. But now that he doesn't have to worry about certain things,
now you feel
the
like
first show,
hey.
he doesn't have to worry about other things.
Hey, wait a minute.
Listen,
Wait a minute.
I want you all to listen to this show.
So
Compare it to the other shows, and you will see.
You will see a little bit of a difference. So let me tell you something.
What's that?
Here's the way I imagine the podcast in my brain,
And it's
when I
getting
close
there.
my eyes. Okay, before we had a producer, I had the soundboard right here on my
Yes, you
table,
did.
and it was just constant messing with it, not being able to just relax and do the show. And so now, when I close my eyes, I think about that. I think of that situation with one arm tied behind my back.
Okay.
And then whenever you close your eyes or look away, I punch you in the face.
You punk.
Now wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now that the soundboard's not here, the other arm's not tied behind
You
the
say
back.
you're free.
Giddy up, cowboy.
Come on. Hundo. Hundo.
So anyway, I'm smoking the Plasencia. Great smoke.
How was that cold draw?
Dude. Oh, dude. It's premium. You know what? My favorite cold draw is when I'm not getting a specific flavor note. It's like when you take that cold draw and you actually get just top of the line quality tobacco.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the draw is perfect. It's not too hard. It's not too soft. It's just, that right in between where you're like, okay, it's a good draw, and then you light it.
Right.
Thank you. That's all you can say.
Boom.
Is, thank you.
Done.
Thank you.
Hey, well, let's talk about McAuliffe for a minute.
Hey.
And we were actually at the headquarters yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, 2 days ago. And we did a show with Dan Thompson. And anyway, we were at the headquarters and we were hanging out with Sam and Amanda and Dan. And there was a guy there named Bob that is a professor at TCU, but he also builds humidors. And so, cool guy.
Uh-huh.
And we got to have a couple of cigars. And Luke Jones, our producer, smoked his first cigar.
He's just like in Star Wars when he finally got that lightsaber.
Dude, and now,
all right, Vader, come on, talk about it.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Because, like, what was your first cigar?
My very first cigar was a Monte Cristo.
Really?
Yeah. I told you I was in the Army. That was the first cigar I ever smoked.
Okay, so I don't remember what my first one was. I'm sure it was a piece of crap. It was probably a piece of crap. And I started smoking a lot more pieces of crap
afterwards.
Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
But when our producer is at the McAuliffe headquarters, and his first cigar is the Riata. No, is that right? Yeah, the Riata.
So you start off on
Dude.
top. It can only get worse from there.
I tell him after we leave, I said, you realize when you first start smoking cigars that you like kind of have to work your way up. Mm-hmm. And he says to me, well, if I'm going to be working my way up from the Riata, I guess I'll be smoking out of your humidor.
Wow. Wow.
And I was like, negative, Ghost Rider.
He said, you put a lock on there, you come in, he picking it. Sorry. Get that look. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, that's not the way it's going to work, son.
Watch. Way to go, Luke. Way to go. Get him.
I don't know if on the video, can you see the humidor? You can't see the humidor today. Look, he has his own box in the humidor now.
So now he can say, I'm going to get one of mine.
Yes.
But really, he's pulling the drawer.
Right. So, McAuliffe gave him cigars.
That's great.
Al Roman gave him cigars.
That's great.
You know what his second cigar was?
What?
So that night at Al Roman's, we are in the pool, and we're sitting on these things called Booty Buddies.
Hold up.
I know. I knew you were going to want to take pause.
Hold up.
Booty Buddy.
They couldn't come up with a better name than that.
Do you know what it is?
No, I don't. Do I want to know what it is?
Right? So, it's this weird looking...
See, then it becomes weird. See what I'm saying? Give me a different adjective, please.
So, it's like floaty foam.
Okay.
And it's shaped weird.
Yo, come on, man. Stop going there. Come on. Dude.
So, anyway, it almost looks like a...
If you can see what his hand... Oh, you can't see those that get the... You can see what his hands are doing.
So, anyway...
I'm done, man. I can't do this. I can't. Give him the box. Bring that back over so he can have something to do with his hands, man. Please. Dude, come on, man. And then I got to face this. Oh, my God. Luke read. Look at him. He read it. He read Come on, man. Come on.
It was the Booty Buddy.
Oh my God.
I mean, hey, let me tell you this. When Al told his wife to grab me a Booty Buddy, I was like, I don't know if I want one.
Especially, she's going to give it to me? Oh, no. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll just float. Oh, my goodness, man.
Hey, let's
come
take
back.
Let's take
come
a
back.
drink. Let's take a
on.
drink.
We need
Cheers,
brother.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, you're empty.
Yeah, I need.
There, you better get some. I'm gonna let you pour your own. I normally light and cut his cigar for him, and then
If you don't stop telling them lies, man.
Hey, I hate to ask, but I'm feeling kind of.
Because he's free. His mind is open. That's he used to say a mind is a terrible thing to waste. We want him to waste his mind. Dude, you need other things to occupy your.
Oh
my God, here we go. This is the show of all shows. Come on.
I feel a little I don't know what the right word is to say.
I'm glad you don't.
I'm thinking, is it peaked? What does that mean?
Okay.
I'm feeling a little peaked.
Okay.
What does that mean? Does that mean I'm like a little off?
Yeah.
Okay. And what would make me feel better is if you gave me that bagel.
You know what? Here, man.
Thank you.
You know what? Here.
I'm like, you know what?
His sugar level is messed up right now.
I'm famished.
He's going to take my bagel, which was a gift from Luke. It tasted, great. It cinnamon, a little cinnamon all taste. It was a bagel, but it was good. And then somebody asked me for it, and I tried to do them like they did me with a hat.
Couldn't keep up.
But no, because he's on that level right now. So we got to bring him back down. So, like he told me earlier, well, you can't eat on the show, but look at what he's doing. I told him it's his show. Didn't I say that, Luke? It's his show. He does what he wants to.
Well, let me tell you something.
What's that, sir?
You say because it's my show, I do what I want.
Nah, I'm just joking.
Here's the fact.
Oh, we got a fact. Hold on, yeah.
I do whatever I want, whether
we're
on the show or if we're in the world.
We know that.
It's just been one of the, like earlier when I was telling you what Roman's superpower was, that's mine. I just do what I want.
And folks like, did he really? Yes, that's him. Don't be surprised because it can get better or it can get worse. One or the other. But when you're done with Rob, don't be surprised. Please don't, because once he gets that hook in you,
it's a ride.
I'm telling you, just keep walking. You see that worm dangling?
Keep going. Let me tell you a funny little story.
Oh, Lord.
My best friend, while I lived in the Houston area, is named Jeff Richardson. And I'll tell you the interesting thing about Jeff Richardson is that his name is spelled Jeph.
That's
different.
Odd.
Yeah, odd. So, but anyway, great guy. But we go do stuff all the time.
Uh-huh.
And we used to go to this place up in Fort Worth, and we would have a meeting, and a guy that we didn't know, but we had mutual friends. He was like, hey, man, I'm from California. I know this guy. You know this guy. And we were like, yeah, that's cool. And I said, hey, we're fixing to go eat and go out for the night if you want to go. And he's like, yeah, I'll go with you. My friend Jeff said, hold up, brother. I want to give you the warning of getting into this vehicle.
Yes.
Because once you get in this vehicle, you will not come back.
The same.
The same.
At all.
And there's no way for you not to go through with what's going to be in store. And I'm not telling you not to go.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know
what you're getting yourself into.
And he's like, okay, no problem. I'll go.
Okay.
Before we got back, that guy was sitting in the back seat crying.
Wow.
Not of joy.
Yeah.
Fear.
Yes. I've been there. But see, I'm kind of conditioned to this, so it was like at first it was startling because when you first see Rob, you don't think that. You don't. But then he opens his mouth. And all those prior.
I will tell you this, though.
No, those prior.
But wait. So let me tell you, the conclusion with that guy was the next night we're going somewhere, And there's two guys in the back, and the guy from California is one of them. And
he got back in the car with you?
Yeah. So, but listen, he says, I just want you guys to know that back home, I've been having a lot of issues with my wife, and things have been stressful. I really needed this time to get away with just the guys.
Uh-huh.
And I turned around and I said, quit your fucking crying. This is not Oprah.
I'm laughing because that is you. You told me that shit one time when we was playing the game. And somebody, would you quit your fucking crying? I'm like, but you made me so mad.
Man up.
Yeah. And I'm like,
no.
But,
hey,
but
and,
you
and,
so who else saw it?
It's like, if you want to just hang out and be a little bitch.
Wrong crowd.
Hey, no. Dude. Because what I love about that
Wrong
scenario,
crowd.
look.
Yeah.
All
night long.
All
night long. I'm telling you, wrong choice.
All right.
For him to get back in the back seat again, it was the wrong choice.
That was impressive.
No, it wasn't.
That was shocking.
No, it
to me.
wasn't.
I was like, you're going with us again.
You taking round 2? You mean you didn't throw the towel in on the first one? No. I'm a glutton for punishment. I like S&M. I need this.
Hey, put that hoodie on.
Oh, my God. No. He did not go there.
I'm just saying. All right. Hey, you got some bourbon. Let's cheer.
We need to do something to get you off that subject.
You're the one that brought it up.
No. Let's get back to the show. Oh, no. We do not. Luke, no. We don't want to get back to the Booty Buddies.
So there's a story there. So anyway, Roman, Sean, myself, and Luke are all in the pool sitting on our Booty Buddies. They're like chairs, but float.
Okay.
So you don't have to have your feet on the bottom. You just, Luke, you float.
See, that's a thank you, Luke, for that.
Because
what you were given was nowhere near what he just said.
Yeah.
So let's continue on with his description of the Booty Buddies.
So there's these float things you sit on in the pool.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, it's the four of us, men, and Luke smokes his second cigar, a McAuliffe, Connecticut. What do you think about that, dude?
Yeah. How'd you like that one? He liked it. Good.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Especially for a newbie. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, he is starting out
on that level?
At the level that I couldn't even imagine.
When you started.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm smoking dog rockets.
First of all, you couldn't afford it. It's funny because it brings back to when me and my sons are playing Grand Theft Auto. And they're not buying anything. And I'm wondering, I'm like, why are y'all not buying this? So my son Brian said, well, you the father. We're going to live off your inheritance. I'm like, what? That's what he's doing with you. Every time he goes into that humidor, he's living off your inheritance, and he's just living a life of luxury. I don't have to buy anything. My dad does.
Hey, but you know what happens when I'm gone? All those cigars I was saving for him for 20 years, he's already smoked.
Yeah, but he's going to get more because he's going to get money from you. So he can buy some more. So he's still living off of you. He's still living off of you. Yep. It doesn't matter.
I'll tell you what, man. What was really cool was him going with me.
Yeah.
Setting up the cameras, setting up the video or the microphones, and just being there. Because, dude, it's a lot of work by yourself.
It's a lot of work, but in that, I see something even more enjoyable because he's buying into your vision. He's buying into your vision, and he's there with you. He's going through everything that you thought you were going to do by yourself.
You're way off.
Not to me. No. I'm talking about my perspective.
Let me tell you what the real perspective is.
Yours. Here we go.
Bingo.
Like I said, his show.
Thank you.
His
Drop
show.
the mic. Show's over.
His show.
We finally get it. No. So, you're right. He's bought into my vision.
Mm-hmm.
But now that he's here, he's blowing my vision to crap.
Yeah, because
he's like, look, you're not doing this.
Thank you.
You're not doing
Thank
that. You need to be doing this.
Thank you.
And I'm like,
but see, how not just me. How many of our listeners have told you that, and you're like, nah, I'm going to do this.
Well,
I'm going to do that. But everybody sees these things to make your vision great, but you're like, no, I don't see that. Thank you, Luke.
Well, you know what?
Thank you, Luke, because he has control of the board. He has control of the cameras. He has control of the content almost. And guess what we're doing?
What?
Getting better.
So you say.
And so we know. Thank you, Luke.
I will say it is so much freeing sitting here without that soundboard in front of me.
Got you, bro.
And let me just say this. If you are doing a podcast and you're not having someone else work the soundboard, find somebody, even if it's just a good friend, your kid,
for cheap,
a homeless dude. Get somebody in there to work the board.
Dude, like, what was that movie? At the Adam Sandler movie where he was playing, he was a hockey player and he went to golf.
Oh, yeah. Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore when he went out in the parking lot and found his
Yeah.
He said, what do you work for? You want to work for a Subway sandwich?
Exactly. You want a pack of Pall Malls?
Just a pack of Pall Malls.
Remember those?
Pall Mall Reds.
Dude, Pall Mall was like the dudes who were like 90 years old were smoking Pall Malls.
And these other, I don't know if you remember these other.
They were smoking a lot of Pall Malls.
You know what my grandfather smoked?
No.
Viceroys.
I've heard of those. I don't think I've ever seen them.
They are just as bad as Pall Malls. That's all he smoked was Viceroys. And he smoked a lot of them.
Wow.
He smoked a lot of them.
Yeah. Dude, I remember my dad taking me with him to the VFW when I was like probably starting at about 12. My dad would go in there and drink beer and shoot shuffleboard, play pool. And I was just there to hang out and watch.
Yeah.
And to see some of those dudes smoking like Pall Malls, they came in with like 2 or 3 packs.
Yeah, and by the time they left,
running out.
By the time they left, they were borrowing from somebody else because that's all they did, one after another, after another. And then you look at the ashtray, and you didn't see.
Dude, you don't even know the experience of your life experience of going to a redneck.
Just a pool
VFW. Hall. No, but it was totally different because this is a country type VFW. Environment. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody's wearing cowboy hats. We're listening to Merle Haggard. You know, it's not your vibe.
Not at all.
I know that, but here's the great thing. My parents were divorced when I was like 1. My mom remarried the man that I called my father until he passed away. But I grew up in a city of Lubbock, Texas. But my real father lived in Woodson, Texas, so in the summers I would go stay with him. That town, well, Lubbock was about 120,000, and when I would go for the summer, Woodson was 200 people. Country.
Dude, that was like a fifth of my sophomore class.
Right. My senior class was 433.
My sophomore class was 1,100.
So 200 people live in a town. No, there's not even one red light going through the town. They were excited when they got the flashing school sign.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow. No, I don't know what you mean. I don't.
Let me tell you what a typical Friday night as a teenager was going downtown. And there's no red lights because it's just, and you have to slow down. I think at the time was like 55.
Downtown.
So anyway, we would go down to the gas station, which, funny enough, like probably 10 years before that, my dad actually owned that gas station.
Wow.
But it was a Gulf. Remember those?
Gulf, yeah.
It was a Gulf oil gas station. And so anyway, on Friday night, we would go down there as teenagers, and we would take a used car tire and catch it on fire. No, not to do any damage, but it was like it's like having a pit fire.
Y'all was terrorists in training.
So we light this tire on fire, and we stand around and drink beer.
Did you roll it at each other?
No, it's just laying on the ground. It's like having a pit.
No, it's not, man. You know that smoke coming from that tire.
You don't stand downwind.
Like the wind just blew one way at all times.
But then when you go to Lubbock on a Friday night,
it's totally different.
It was like Fast Times at Richmond High. you remember those days? I mean, you're cruising in a 82 Camaro, jamming out to Van Halen.
Yes.
It was a different time back then.
It was. Compared to today, what we went through, children wouldn't understand. They wouldn't understand it at all. Why? We didn't stay in the house. There was nothing in the house. I was the end of the staying in the house beginning of the video games because we started with the in television. That's what we had in television.
I started with the Pong.
Yeah, see, we didn't get Pong, but I started with the television and it had the football. So I was like, oh yeah. My mom was like, no, you're not staying in the house. Get out of here. Don't come back. And she used to say, don't open the door because I'm not cooling out all outside. So you didn't come in the house.
In my house, the video game playing was at night.
Yeah, at night.
When you were done outside because it was dark,
you came in the house.
Now you come in because you're not going to be out roaming the streets.
Oh, dude, like I told you about the street lights with us, man. I got to the point where I knew exactly how long it took because they were gas street lights. So you hear that, it's 30 seconds. 30 seconds before that light it comes on. You couldn't let that, man. I always was far enough away that I was a 30-second sprint.
Did they come on in succession?
Yeah, coming down the street.
So you could see it too.
There was times when I was, and as I was passing up a light, it was coming on.
That's great.
Straight sprint, getting to the yard. My grandmother be sitting on the porch. You made it, didn't you? Yes, ma'am.
And I remember like when there was something that come up and your parents needed you.
Oh,
it was like echoing down the street of people calling your name.
Yes,
because if your mama was calling you, then some other neighbor
heard
would
it,
call
and they'd
you.
call it. So
then another neighbor.
That was the beginning of the cell phones.
Yeah.
That was the beginning.
That was before cell phones. That's what cell phones was.
Oh, yes.
And it was just like, and then when you got called, you knew something was up.
Oh, yeah.
Because you never got called.
No. And you better come when the call came. Oh. Don't show up.
No, there was not even a thought of
Don't
not
show up.
Going. It was like, that's what I do.
And then you know what you get when you get in the house?
What depends?
Nuh-uh. Turn the channel for me.
No. Mine was, we're going somewhere.
Nah, they picked me up if they was going somewhere. They come down because they knew where I was. It's not like today where your parents are like, okay, well, where is so-and-so? I don't know. He called from so-and-so
When you're
house.
5 years old and you're down the street playing in your underwear, you got to come home. They can't just pick you up.
Dude, we did. It's many times I went in my drawers somewhere.
Sit in the back seat.
Sit in the back seat. Don't move. And you get somewhere, they get out the car, go in there and leave you in the car and come back. And you better not have gotten out the car.
Oh. And you better not have messed with all the windshield wipers,
the radio,
the air conditioning,
none of
the
that
heater.
Stuff. None of that stuff. None of it. Because I did that once. I was playing with the air conditioner. I turned the heat on. My mama got in there, turned that car on, and that heat started coming out. All I felt was the slap. I didn't hear anything. I just felt the slap because I was the only one in the car. So who's gonna get the blame? She didn't even ask. Just whack. I'm like, she said, don't be messing with my air conditioner. Yes, ma'am. That's all you can say. Yes, ma'am.
All my children's lives, they've heard me preach to them. When your mother says something to you, no matter what it is, you say, yes, ma'am, and do it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, and do it.
Yeah.
And do you know how many times I would be sitting back listening to my wife and the children, and I'd just be kind of laughing at myself going, I told you.
Yep.
But you're not doing it.
You're not doing it.
And when you don't do it, there's hell to pay.
And then they get so mad, they're like, they yell your name. Rob, come take care. And you're like, nah, I got to come in it. And you don't want me to come in it.
No, because when I'm over here just kicking back, chuckling,
Thank you.
It's funny.
It is. Now that I'm brought into it, nah, bruh.
Dude,
you didn't want that.
You had it easy.
Yes.
Because really, all you had to say was, yes, ma'am.
I'll never forget this.
And do it.
Brian had done so. I was on the railroad, and I came back from off the road, and my ex-wife, she's my wife at the time. She's like, he did that. I said, okay. So I didn't whoop him. I tried to give him a little calisthenics. You go stand with your back against the wall with your knees bent, in the sitting position. The rocking chair is what we call it. Go sit in the rocking chair. So he's sitting up against the wall. I leave. I get a call an hour later. It's my wife. She said, can Brian get off the wall? I'm like, he been on the wall all that time? She's like, well, yeah, I said, Tammy, when I left, you should have told him to get off the wall. She's like, no, you told him, like, he's been sitting in that position for an hour? For an hour. I got home. Brian was looking at me. He had this look. When I walked in the door, he looked at me like, if I was older,
I would whoop you down.
But it was not me.
Right.
It wasn't me.
Well,
it was, but it wasn't.
You thought something would.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm like, oh my God. I apologized to him. I was like, man, I'm sorry.
All right.
To this day, he's 25 and I apologized to him about that.
All right, so let's get back to McAuliffe.
Oh yeah, we did.
So
we did start off on that, didn't we?
Yeah, we went on a big rabbit hole.
Ooh.
And anyway, my son's flipping something.
Ooh.
50?
We had a good conversation.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't know if you knew this, Luke, but we're actually doing the show. We're not 50 minutes in and haven't done anything.
This is the show. You see how he acts? You see how he acts when he's free?
Oh, yeah, we do have an interview coming up. No. That is on the show. For everyone who doesn't know, we have an interview coming up.
Why don't you thank our sponsors and talk to Patreon?
Okay. For every, I'm lonely and I'm blue.
I'm telling you, listen to this show and tell me if there's a difference. Is there a difference?
No soundboard. No, just the mind has been freed.
We have let the monster loose, man. Oh my goodness. Whew.
Bryce, like, give him this board back.
Give him something.
Can he hold a slinky?
Squirrel. Oh my goodness, man.
So tell everybody about our sponsor, McAuliffe.
How's it go? From 4 to 42.
I told Dan Thompson that because I said Bryant says faux to 42.
Yeah.
Can't say 4. You got to say faux to 42.
4 to 42.
So I'm down.
Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. You hear that?
I'm
He's
down.
down.
I'm
He's down.
I'm picking up what you're laying down. Do I sound hip?
No, you sound Lubbock.
Hey. Do I sound like Ed Flanders, the guy next door to Homer Simpson?
Yes. Don't. Come on, man.
It's like, I get it.
Yeah, let's get back.
Anyway.
4 to 42.
4 to 42. 16
yes.
blends.
Yes.
In numerous Vitolas.
And now, the presentation of the A.
And now, dude.
Yeah, you got to smoke it.
I did get to smoke it. Let me tell you what. It was way better than I remember the to be named.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like the to be named.
Yeah.
But this, dude, I bet I retro-held that cigar 8 times.
Wow. For you, that is amazing. That is amazing.
I mean, usually I do 2 or 3 a stick.
Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't quit retro-helling. I was like, this is interesting. You know what I mean? Because every time you retro-hell,
you get a different taste.
It, like, amplifies the amount that you take in those blends.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I was, and let me tell you a little story. So Dan Thompson texted me today. I don't know if I should tell this on the radio.
We're not on the radio.
Well,
this is a podcast.
on the podcast. I don't know if I should tell this, but Dan did not tell me not to. And usually, you know,
prefaces,
people when they're talking to me,
they have to.
They say, this is not public information.
Rob. It still doesn't work sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it still doesn't work. But that being said, He went by Al McAuliffe's to get a like big chocolate chip cookie.
Okay.
And Al had some McAuliffe A's, and he took one.
Oh. Luke, you're not by yourself.
So
I am going to enjoy the inheritance.
so anyway, Dan got off with another McAuliffe A. They really don't have any at the headquarters.
You know I'm jealous, right?
You should be.
I saw you.
You should be.
Yeah.
It was not only a great time, but great cigars and great spirits.
Yeah.
At the McAuliffe headquarters, they had, I believe it was called Clyde's, and it's a Alabama whiskey. Good stuff.
Was it in a jug?
No, it was not in a jug. But I'll tell you about another story with involving
a jug.
a jug.
He drank his shine.
It was shine.
Oh my goodness.
So Saturday we went over to the Granbury Cigar, what is it, lounge or shop? Granbury Cigar Shop, and that's Dave Lampert.
Okay.
He used to be with McAuliffe
Yeah.
a year and whatever change ago. But anyway, great little lounge, and it's in Granbury, Texas, and we went in there and just really friendly people.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a distillery there in Granbury that's called Sledge. Been open since like 1942. They had some Pecan Moonshine.
For sale or just for sipping?
No. The shop didn't have it.
Oh, okay.
A customer had brought in this spirit.
It's some bib overalls with a straw.
No. But it's a pecan moonshine. Dude, have you ever had like roasted pecans that have been like dipped in sugar and whiskey?
No.
That's exactly what this moonshine tastes like. Wow. Blew me away. Wow. Because when they, when someone says pecan moonshine, I'm like, first of all, it's probably going to be so strong that it blows the top of my head off.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It wasn't?
And then I thought, well, then it's going to be so sweet that I can't enjoy it.
And it wasn't?
And it wasn't.
Okay.
It was, now, don't get me wrong, I think you would get tired of it after about 4 glasses.
Would you get tired? Or you just can't go any further because you're on your knees.
Right. And that's what I told Dave. I was like, that could get you in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're drinking dessert.
Yeah, true.
Because it tasted like a pecan dessert.
Wow.
Some people were saying it tastes like pecan pie. I thought it tasted like the roasted pecans that had been dipped in brown sugar and whiskey. Oh. But, dude, let me tell you what. We're going to try to go do a show at the Sledge Distillery in Granbury.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun.
That would be. And
you can try the pecan moonshine.
I definitely will. I won't be driving, so it'll be great.
So anyway, the cool thing about our trip, and then wrapping our way back to McAuliffe again.
Complete circle.
Right. So while we were there, my son smoked a McAuliffe Riata. Then that night he smoked the Connecticut. Dude. And he has his own coin now.
What's your number?
He's in it. Oh, listen, look. What's your number? What's your number?
What's your number? 5,000?
Yes. Anyway.
Dude, do you remember when it was just 3 numbers?
Yeah.
When it was in the 3-number range?
In the hundreds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we are. Well, that's where I am.
Now, did you know Bill White is in the 2 digits?
He is?
Like a 62.
Wow. I honor you, Bill.
Right?
I honor you. 62.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I was blown away. I was like,
62.
whoa.
5264.
5264.
52.
But isn't that cool that Luke's first 2 cigars of his life were McAuliffe,
And now he has a coin.
and now he's an ambassador.
Yes.
Dude.
You stepped in, bro.
Dude.
Oh, nigga, he's showing
Oh,
up.
yeah. He's got
I
his
got my
passport
swag.
book.
I got my swag.
Yeah. He's over there. But I was like, dude, that's starting way ahead of the curve. Way ahead of the curve.
And see, you can afford it because your dad can.
No,
You see, when I started
no.
off with Monte Cristos, I was smoking with sergeants. They can afford it. I was a private. No, bro.
I already gave him the land rules.
Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
So anyway, I just thought it was really cool that one of our favorite cigar manufacturers and our sponsor was his first cigar.
And that's the way it is with a lot of people because of, the word getting out, and they start off because from 4 to 42, who can't afford it? Who can't afford it? And then you get you a $4 stick that tastes like a $10, $11 stick. You get you a $10 stick that tastes like a $30 stick, a $40
Dude,
stick.
and we were talking about that at Al Roman's house.
Uh-huh.
I was like, when I think about like the cigar that's in my price range
Uh-huh.
at a everyday smoke, $10 stick.
Yeah.
At a special occasion, it's 25 to 30.
Yeah.
But the Medallia,
Come on.
to me, has its own unique style and flavored blend
Uh-huh.
that it's in the wheelhouse of a 1926.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I still smoke a Padron 1926 because it's different.
Yeah.
But when I can get a cigar that's in that value range and I can get 3 of them,
For the price of one.
boom,
For the price of one.
drop the mic.
I understand.
Dude, I mean, that's lights out. What a value. And I told Dan, I was like, don't get any ideas to be raising the price of the Medallia.
Yeah.
But it's that good of a smoke. And you feel the same way about the Sumatra.
100%, man.
I mean, and what's the Sumatra? It's even less than the Medallia. It's like 8.
Yeah, it's $7, $8. Yeah, depending.
Yeah. Which
So-
which Vitola you get?
The Corojo. And I
No.
love it.
No, what size you get?
Oh,
the Corona
Yeah, the Corona size. You talking about?
or the Robusto
No,
or the
Robusto.
Toro?
The Robusto every once in a while, but I get the Corona more than anything. You'll see me with a Sumatra Corona as much as you see.
I don't think
you see,
the Sumatra comes in the Corona.
you see, yes, it does.
It
And
comes in that box press.
It comes in 3 sizes:
All right, what are they?
Corona, the Robusto, and then
The
I haven't
Toro?
seen. I haven't seen the Toro though. I haven't seen the Toro.
Okay.
You gotta make me look now.
I'll
You
have
know-
to look, yeah.
You know I'm getting ready to Google.
Yeah, because you know if you're wrong,
I just haven't seen it.
I'm going to take this knife and I'm going to set it down on the table.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. See there, that monster is again.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. So anyway, go by our website. One of the first links on our webpage, and our webpage is cigartalkpodcast.com. One of the links says McAuliffe Ambassador. If you click on that link, it takes you straight to their page. You can sign up and be an ambassador. You get your own coin with your own number on it. And then they also give you a handwritten certificate. I mean, they're just take it to the next level on how they treat their customers. And so go by and check them out. I've been a fan way before they became our sponsor. In fact, I've often said I chased them. They didn't chase me. Now they're like, they have a big club and they're like, down, boy, down. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, you're just gonna give me the opportunity to speak again?
Wasn't because I wanted to. Luke's over there cueing me. Let Bryant talk.
That's why I love Luke.
I love him because he's my son. I don't have a choice. I have to love him.
Churchill, Corona, Gordo, and Robusto.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they had a Gordo in that.
Me neither.
You might want to try the Gordo.
Yeah,
I think
I am.
I know you. You like a big one.
Yeah. Close the door. Hurry up and close the door. Slam it shut. Don't leave it open for him.
Boom. Okay,
Yeah.
so anyway, we also wanted to say thank you to our Patreons.
Yes.
Here's the thing. those guys support the show. They're part of the show.
The reason for the show. A big reason for the show.
They are Cigar Talk.
Yes.
As much as we are.
Yes.
And the thing about it is we have different tiers, of course, but we also have a Discord server. And so our Patreons are on there a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we provide them with, like, the pre-show video.
Yes.
What's the pre-show? Like, so what's the pre-show? Usually about an hour? 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And so that's with me and Brian setting up and talking about what's going on while Luke gets all the stuff ready. And so we usually do that for about an hour, shooting the breeze. So only the Patreon guys
can see
we
what
give that
goes
to
on
them,
with the show for
and
real.
we do that
Yeah.
just for them
Just for
to
them.
say thank you. They've been a huge. I mean,
Yes.
as valuable as what they are to us, we want to give them as much as possible.
Almost definitely.
And so, yeah, and we do have more stuff coming for them. You know, as of today, well, actually like 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
But as far as you know,
Yes.
as of today, the poker chips are no longer available on our website.
Ooh.
They are only for Patreons.
Ooh, so those that have.
Enjoy.
Yes.
But let me tell you something. We got a new poker chip coming. You don't know nothing about it. It's going to be a surprise. I ain't telling you. I ain't telling you.
Hey, get him a couple of more Elijah Craigs and he'll tell me.
You know what? Speaking of that, can you pass that bottle back over
Yeah,
here?
you get the glass.
Oh.
You don't even need the glass, man.
Oh,
Just,
no, I'm going to drink it
oh, he's
like a
get
gentleman.
rid of the board, and he just look at him. You missed it. You missed it. The opportunity to see him for real.
I looked over.
And saw there
It was
wasn't
you,
me,
and I was
So
like,
"Yep." Turn it up.
So-
Ain't nothing wrong with it, bruh.
Anyway, we thank you so much for all our Patreons.
Yes.
And we hope that we just keep making our members of the team and our Patreon. We want to show our gratitude, and that's why we want to keep making extra stuff
Yeah,
for you guys.
yeah.
So thank you so much. And all you guys, you know, we talk to them on a regular basis too.
Because that page, I mean, that Discord is just popping, man.
So much fun. You know, we were talking bad about you the other day.
Yeah, probably were.
Well, I say we. It was me. Other people were laughing, but I was the only one talking about you.
I'm going to send that pitch out, man. I'm going to send that pitch out.
Again. Okay. Hey,
you're one of
which,
those.
what's my cell number?
But you're one of those people that it's hard to get back at because nothing affects him. Nothing. No matter what you do, it doesn't affect you. Or you don't let people know.
No. I jump on it and drive it even harder.
Yeah.
It's like,
it doesn't affect you.
Here, I'm going to jab Rob with this, and I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Hey, did you think about this?
Your mind is not twisted enough
Nobody's
to think
mind is
about
that
the
twisted.
awesomeness that I'm about to tell you.
Nobody's mind is
So
that twisted.
anyway, hey, so I haven't told everybody who our guest is this week.
Let them know.
Do you know?
Nope. So we'll all be
Dude.
blessed with this one.
Do you know who the cigar madam is?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Coco.
Yes.
That's our guest.
Yes. You go to Instagram, you're like, oh, beauty.
Refreshing.
Oh, come on, man.
A woman that knows
Yes.
her cigars.
Yes.
That's now. Don't get me wrong. I did notice that she's a beautiful woman.
Yes.
But what I appreciated is what a professional she is.
Okay.
Now let me back up. It's not that I didn't appreciate the beauty, because the beauty was there. I'm just saying that the level of professionalism when I go through her page blew me away.
Yeah, that's true.
Blew me
That's the
away.
truth.
She takes it to the next level.
Yeah.
Like when I read it, I was like, I could be doing better. I could be doing a lot better.
I know I can.
Well, it's like, dude,
I'm
but the
looking at
amount
this,
of
yes.
effort that she puts into this, it's a genuine passion that she has, and she does take it to a whole new level. And she made a post for us one day. Did you read the post?
Yes.
She mentioned the show. She mentioned me. She mentions you.
Yep.
She mentioned Cigar Eyes.
Yes.
Tied it all together, and I was like, that is the perfect post.
Because she put a pretty bow on it, made it effective.
She put the lipstick on the pig, slapped a bow on its ass, and said, good day.
I'm trying to be professional. Here he goes with the lipsticks and pigs.
Hey, you know what?
What's that?
We are what we are.
Hey, own up to it.
Oink.
Own up to it.
Oink.
We know what you are.
So anyway, she was a great interview.
Yes.
She impressed me. In fact, I think during the interview I told her, I was like, you should run for president. You're that good.
That conversation, to stay on that level talking to you, it's amazing, first of all.
And I focused.
Yeah, kept you focused?
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, she could bring everybody to the table.
Right. I mean, it's
hard to corral you.
That
man.
is,
you were talking about
that's
pigs.
why,
You are that greased pig, man.
That's why I said you should run for president.
Yeah, because, bruh, keep you on topic? Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive. So anyway, guys, I guess we're going to go to break, and then we'll come back with the interview. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey, guys, thanks for hanging through the break. We have a special guest with us today. You've probably seen her on Instagram. I know if you smoke cigars, you've seen her because she's everywhere. Anyway, we have Coco with us. How are you doing today, Coco?
I am doing fabulous, darling. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, and we are so happy to have you on the show. I've seen your Instagram account explode over the last 6 months. I mean, you kind of came out of nowhere, and now, bam, you're everywhere. So you've rock and rolled on the social media platform for sure. So what is it that you do, and what is it that you're trying to do?
You mean like in
on your social media, your cigar? Yeah, tell us about what your plan
is.
When
I started this account, it was just a little diary of my love for cigars. I have 2 other Instagram accounts. I've been in glamour modeling for a long time, and I had like one that was over 20,000 people, and it was very popular, but it was more so modeling, and I had a hard time. I don't know, it's like for me, the cigar part of my life is so sacred. I didn't want to share that with those people. Those people are just all about the bikinis and all this stuff. They don't appreciate the love of the weed. So for me, it was like, I just want to start this little account as a diary of my love for cigars. I was not expecting to develop a following. I didn't even know there was such a huge cigar community on Instagram. So when, I was very surprised. And so I guess it kind of evolved into, I guess I'm a cigar influencer now. And I didn't have, at first I thought, I'm going to build this brand, and then I want to do all this stuff business-wise, go tour and, all these things. And then it, got to the point where I wasn't enjoying it anymore. It was too businessy. So I stepped back and just started going back to posting out of my heart and just doing what I love. And I have a couple people that I do promote for, but I keep it very small just so that I can continue to enjoy the love of the leaf. And so
what's funny is when I went back and looked at all your posts on your Instagram, I bet I could go through and pick out the ones that you got tired of doing.
Yeah.
It's like, because I can see now you're back to posting your expression, and so it's really good.
Yeah, I got a little too, I don't want to say, I just got too businessy, and it was like, I had to remember, this is not why I started this account. This is not fun for me anymore. I'd be taking these pictures and I'm not enjoying the cigar. That's not the point, And so, I stepped back.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, you post a lot of the pictures of the same cigars. And I'm like, yeah, because I post pictures of whatever I'm smoking.
Whatever, if I happen to just,
I don't get cigars to take photos. I get cigars to smoke. And if that's what I'm smoking, that's what I take a picture of. And isn't it funny that that's a whole thing? I mean, just the fact that people take pictures of their cigars.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I started
guys
out
love doing
that
it. You
way.
guys love doing it. It's like showing off your new car or something. It's like, I'm showing off what I'm smoking today.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's funny that you say that because it's not the fact that you're showing off. Because I mean, I'll post a picture of a $4 stick or a $40 stick. It's just, hey, this is what I'm smoking right now. It's almost like you're coming together and enjoying a cigar together in a weird way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
Maybe that's just me. That's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's communal.
So how did you get your account to grow so fast? I mean, if someone's out there that's trying to do the same, and I know I've talked to a lot of guys that are doing one thing or another in the cigar industry. So, I mean, share some of your insight on how to grow your account.
Well, you have to understand that Instagram, to really do well on that platform, you have to be constantly active. If you just want to post once every 2 or 3 days, you're not going to develop a lot of following. Like, the algorithm is very particular. It pays attention to how often you're posting and how often people are actually interacting with your account. So for me, when I started, I was putting 2 and 3 hours a day into this account. And I was just constantly commenting on people's posts, just really engaging with the community. And another aspect of it is you need to have quality content. You can't just, it really matters to have quality photos. And I actually invested in the new iPhone because I saw the difference it made with my pictures.
Nice.
And it gave me an ability to have a professional feel with a photo without paying hundreds of dollars to a photographer, to give me professional looking photos. So I invested in my phone. I invested into the app, learning about different ways to do lighting and things like that. So I would say definitely being involved in the community, posting quality pictures is a really big deal. And that's probably the 2 most important things is to stay consistent with your posts.
Yeah, I noticed that big time. And I get lazy at Instagram sometimes because Cigar Talk keeps me very busy behind the scenes. So I don't post like I used to, but like for a little while, I would start posting like once every 3 or 4 days. And I mean, it was like my account just took a nosedive. So I got back in the habit of posting at least once, sometimes twice a day, just like you said.
Yeah. I've gone through really low. I mean, I've gone through from almost growing 100 followers a day to 1 or 2 a week, because I stopped, I went through brief periods where I was like, oh, it's just different life things going on. And I didn't have the ability to put as much time. And man, it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference. So if you want to keep your momentum going and your growth going, you have to stay posting. You have to stay active.
Absolutely. And so we were talking about your, like, as an influencer, you do get opportunities for sponsors. Tell us how that comes about and how do you work that out?
Well, it comes about from people contacting me. I don't like to go and solicit. I won't ever solicit a company for their products. Like, I never wanted to come out like that. Like, I just feel like it needs to be organic. If they feel like they like my images, they like how I do things, they'll reach out. And that's basically how it has been. I've never had to go to anyone. And like I said, I didn't know what to expect with this. And so I'm fortunate that I have been, a lot of people have inboxed me and arranged for me to do some campaigns for them. So I just have a rate that I charge is really affordable. I'll email them like my stats, how much following, how much engagement I get and things like that. So from a professional end, they can see whether it's worth their investment or not. And it's just it's either by a month. It's usually by the month that I have a rate with them.
I got you. Well, and I'm impressed too. Let me circle back around. You went out and bought a top of the line iPhone so you could have better pictures. I love that. I mean, you are getting the best. And Apple iPhones, they have amazing cameras. I just have the iPhone 8 Plus, and I know that it does great photos, but a buddy of mine has the 11, I think it is, and man, those cameras have come a long ways.
When I was at Corona Cigar Bar, someone let me borrow that phone to take a picture, and I never looked back. I was like, I know that I hate phone contracts and stuff like that, but I need this phone, and it just made night and day difference with my quality. Like, it blurs the background out automatically. Like, it just reduced my editing time significantly. So yeah, definitely.
It's all, and that's how it evolves. When you start spending too much time editing, you're like, okay, something's got to give.
Yeah. So I'm all about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. When we started, we had different recording equipment, and for 1 hour of show, I was editing 4 to 5 hours.
Yep, that's how it goes.
Oh.
I take 2 to 3 hours from beginning to end for one post.
Well, now, I mean, because we've evolved with equipment in the studio, now an hour show takes me probably an hour and a half instead of 4 to 5. You know what I mean? So what do you have planned? Like, what do you have planned that you're doing over the next 6 months? I mean, I know Corona has us all kind of in a different world, but what do you have planned for the next few months coming up? Well,
I am working on coming up with the Madam's Monthly.
Oh, nice.
The Madam's Monthly subscription box. You don't even have to subscribe monthly. It's just my monthly pick. So you can just get it, you can buy it, if you want to buy, you don't have to, you're not committed basically to a monthly subscription. You can just
can go to the website and say, I want to buy just this month, or you can click on, I want to subscribe, either way.
Yeah, you can do that too. It's really affordable. And it'll just be my monthly sticks that I would super love for that month. And so that's
I've looked at the cigars that you smoke. You have great taste.
Well, thank you. My taste is kind of all over the place. People just tell me that all the time. Your taste is all over the place. Well, there's so many cigars to try. I'm all about exploring, and my journey as a cigarian, I call myself, is really only been serious for the past year. So I'm trying to catch up all these years that I haven't been really exploring different brands and, different blends and things. So I'm almost smoking something new every day because I'm trying to learn everything I can about everybody.
Yeah, I went through that stage where I was trying everything, and now I try just what I want to try.
Now you know what you like.
Right.
Yeah.
Like there's sticks out there I'm not going to try just because it's not in my wheelhouse, which is rare because my wheelhouse is very, very large. I like, light to medium. I don't like light, but I do like light to medium, medium plus, and full. But my favorite thing is whenever I find a cigar that has a complex palate, where you get all these different blended flavors, and it's not really, I prefer like a medium with all those flavors. You know what I mean? Because I smoke a lot of cigars every day. So, I mean, you don't want to smoke bold cigars from the time you get up to the time you go to bed.
Yeah, we'll be having a headache.
Right. So, I mean, like this morning, actually with my coffee this morning, I lit up a Saka, a Sin Compromiso. Great morning stick, a little cocoa added flavor to your coffee. And so usually in the morning, I go with something that's medium or down. You know what I mean?
I'm not going to jack your stomach right away.
Right. I mean, I used to smoke the full-blown heavy ones right off the gate. So, I mean, it just gets tiring. It's like, oh, another full-blown. How about some flavor? You know what I mean? I don't want to just be kicked in the mouth with pepper.
Same way, yep.
So when is your the Madam Cigar Club kicking off?
I am aiming to start that next month.
Oh, wow. Soon.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Fast. And then I'm also working on a unique line of cigar t-shirts. I know there's a ton out there. Mine's going to be just a little. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing, and I don't.
I'm so happy to hear that.
I don't even know if it's
I'm so happy to hear that you're not doing what everybody else is doing. If I see another shirt that says I smoke cigars and know things, I'm going to slap someone.
I have a really weird sense of humor, so my stuff is going to be weird.
You know what? We might want to collaborate. I don't want to be involved in any part of it except for the collaboration.
Except for the collaboration, yeah. They're going to be weird. I'm just going to tell you, like,
Hey,
sarcastic.
I'm all about weird and sarcastic. So I love that idea. I just, every time I see somebody wearing the one and I know things, I'm like, you don't know squat.
Yeah.
So
kind of
when are you
fun.
planning on kicking off the t-shirts?
That's going to take me probably a little bit longer. Maybe I want to get the monthly box rolling, and then I will finalize t-shirt accessories thing probably a month after that.
Month after that. That's just.
I'm the kind of person that I have to bang it
You
out.
are
knock it
going.
out.
You're like, I got to get this done today.
Yeah, today. That's how I roll. So.
Hey, so did I see you in photos in Brazil?
No, I wasn't in Brazil.
Where were you?
Which pictures are?
You know, the recent ones that you were at some falls.
Oh, that's in California.
Oh, if I liked California, I'd love to go there.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't even know. California. I'm born and raised. I left 7 years ago to go to Florida, and then I came back, and then I met Roxy, and she's like all into nature and hiking, and I'm like, what? You have waterfalls in California?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then there's a few people inboxed me other locations out here, so I'm going to be checking those out very soon as well. Like, it was amazing.
Well, for some reason, I thought you were in Brazil, so.
It was a little exotic, right?
Yeah, it did.
Who thought that was California, you know?
Yeah, I was like, wow, what's she doing in Brazil?
I would love to go to Brazil. But
I would too. It's one of the places I've always wanted to go. And I'm not a big traveler, so to speak. I don't really care about going to many of the places that most people want to go. I
have not had a chance to travel much. You know, I'm a single mom, and it's like sometimes as a get into this routine of work, and you don't even take time to come above the water, to look out and see there's a world.
Right.
So for me, coming back to California was me kind of starting my life back over with a right foundation, you know, and so it's very uncomfortable for me to not all day long just want to be working, but I'm in this process of coming out of that and actually taking time to enjoy and explore things.
Good for you.
So
Good for you.
Try to do that whole enjoy your life thing now.
That's awesome. You know what? I envy you for that because I just work all the time.
Yeah, it's hard to. It's almost like I feel like like that was impossible. So I post a lot of things in my stories of exotic locations, and for me, it's me helping myself to dream and believe, you know, that I can go to places like that and that I deserve a good life and can have something like that. I never believed that I could do or afford or, you know, any of that. So it's kind of my dream board. My Instagram's kind of my vision board.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. I have in the back of my mind, I'm going to take some time off. And it just never happens. And I'm on vacation starting today later on. And I've pretty much got every day of the next 9 days mapped out. So, I mean, you know how when you're taking off, you're not really taking off.
Yeah. It's like you still have you're still plugged in some kind of way.
Right.
I'm online business, so my phone is always going to go off, you know. I can't quite completely unplug.
Well,
but are you going anywhere though? Are you going to go out of the state?
I'm going to Cleburne, Texas for 3 days, and that will be the most relaxation I get. And then after that, I'm going to be going some different cigar lounges to do shows.
Oh, that's going to be super awesome.
Yeah, I have a friend that opened one in Granbury, Texas, so we're going to go do a show there. And then there's another place in Dallas area that I'm going to try to do on Saturday. So I should be in the Metroplex on Friday and Saturday of next week.
Yeah, I really wanted to make it a point to go to visit different lounges. When I was in Florida, all I ever went to was Corona. You know, like I'm like, what do you mean there's other lounges? You know, so. That's
really?
On my radar. Yeah.
So all those cool places in Florida, and you just went to the same place.
Yep. And again, it's just that mentality of work. And Corona was the only place I would go and that would be once a month. You know, I wouldn't even frequent there often. I just smoke at home. all the time at my pool or on my porch.
Wow. See, I've never been to Florida, but I would love to go and just go everywhere where they actually have people rolling cigars. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
Just because you get to hang out with some people that are from that culture, just to hang out and see what it's like. You know what I mean? I know it's not going to Cuba, but it's
the next best thing.
It's connected, right?
Yeah, I did go to Ybor City. I did go once. I
Oh,
did go there.
nice.
And I got to visit La Frona. Like, she's a female blender, and she's out right there got her little table outside her shop rolling.
And did you get to smoke it?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yep. So I got to do that. I did do that at least.
Well, tell us how you actually got into cigars.
Well, it's a weird story. So after I left California, I was briefly in Las Vegas, and I was bartending at out there at Twin Peaks. And we build really good relationships with people there. It's a fun place, and there was one of the customers there. I just hit it off well with, just laughing and having a great time. And he was a cigar aficionado, and he had all these cigars with him. He had a big old case, and I was like, I don't know, like, for me, when I think of cigars, I think of this is something the guys do, and I love doing things the guys do. Like, I'm all about like racing cars, and when I was in high school, like, I wanted to try out for football. Like, I wanted to be one of the guys, So there's like a tomboy aspect of me. And so I was really intrigued, and I was asking questions about it. And he basically let me just pick which one. He basically let me pick a cigar of my choice as part of my tip.
Do you remember what it was?
It was a Monte Cristo. It was
Okay.
a white label. I remember that. And I went to a lounge after that and tried to smoke it, but I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I was literally inhaling it, and I was choking, and I was crying, and I was like, I was like, this is disgusting. I was like,
yeah, that's not
horrible
good.
experience, but I was determined to master, the ability to smoke a cigar. So, it wasn't often that I would go to the lounge, but working long, late hours, it would be something I would do for myself after. So I didn't explore. I didn't really explore different brands and my palate and all that kind of stuff. I totally was super, I hate to say this, the typical female smoker who goes in there and tries to get a infused cigar, 'cause after that horrible experience, I was like, I need something sweet and easy. So I started with Tatiana Groovy Blue. Like, that's all I smoked for like 2
Groovy Blue.
years.
Wow.
Then I went to Tayback Dolce, and I smoked only that for 3 years,
Wow. Well, I mean, at least you were like exploring.
Yeah, I was trying a little bit, and it wasn't until I came to Corona in Florida that I made friends with H, and H started to introduce me to different brands like Aganorsa and all these other things, my father and yeah. So then I was like, I'm on a mission. Then I started this Instagram account, and then I became on a super mission.
Wow. That's awesome. That's a great story. And it's funny because I didn't ever smoke infused cigars. I'd never even heard of them. So when I jumped in, what started me off was a Christoph. I don't remember which one, but I dove in head first and went straight to the bold and the 6x60 and thought I was being cool, and I wasn't being cool. I was being a moron. But that's what I thought cigar smoking was smoking the heaviest, thickest cigar you could get, And then I went on this great journey where I started smoking Connecticut's, Habanos, Mexican San Andreas, and I wanted to try the spectrum of cigars. And I think that's the way you learn what it is that really works for you. You know what I mean? You got to explore the whole gamut.
Yeah, a whole new world just opened for me with it. And I got to tell you, I'm just incredibly thankful for the cigar community. It is amazing. All the brothers of the leaf, sisters of the leaf, like, everyone is so supportive and amazing and has been so helpful in me in my journey. And it's been nothing but love and respect. Anytime I've gone to a cigar lounge, and even my account, I get so much respect and love. I don't get anyone acting crazy, which I'm so thankful for.
Isn't the cigar community great?
There's nothing like it. if the world would just model our community.
Oh, wow. Yeah, exactly.
Integrity, respect, trust, loyalty, trust. I was surprised to learn that a lot of cigar deals aren't even made in contracts. It's by word of mouth. My word is, in a handshake,
Right. The way it should be.
The way it should be, honor and your word, and so, yeah, it amazes me. It made me want to be like a better person, I guess you could say. It made me, my value.
Absolutely. And we talk about it all the time. I mean, all walks of life are welcome. All, no matter what income bracket you fall into, everyone's welcome. And
everyone.
The thing about it is, when you go to lots of shops, you're not going to be like best friends or even like everyone, but you always treat them with respect because they are in this community.
Yep. It's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. Hey, so tell everyone where they can find you on all your social media platforms.
Okay, so I am on Instagram at The Cigar Madam, and I am also on Twitter, also The Cigar Madam. You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com. I think it's /The Cigar Madam.
Okay.
And I have a website, chocolateandcigars.com.
Oh, awesome.
You can also go there to find all my links and links to my YouTube channel, which I'm hopefully will incorporate time for. It's hard to do it all. But I will get back to that eventually. So yeah, my chocolateandcigars.com.
You know what? It took us 18 months to get the YouTube channel going.
It's another beast of its own.
It's another beast that's completely different from everything else you've learned so far. So it's like, I'll get to that. So I understand. So if I put a link to your website underneath this episode, anyone who wants to go to that link will be able to go to your homepage of your own website and be able to find all your social media. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, we'll put a picture of you and a link, and they can go check all your stuff out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're the bomb.
Well, we try. I don't know if we get there, but we try.
You are.
Anyway, so is there anything else you want to talk about before we go? Anything that you have news, or tell us how old your kiddo is?
I have two boys.
Two boys.
Yep. I have my oldest Prophet is 13, and my youngest King is going to be 10 in October.
Awesome.
So,
that was
also another.
That's good ages for boys.
Yeah.
Good brothers at those ages.
They're a treat. They're fun. They're sarcastic. They're little mini me's. So it's never a dull moment with those two.
I bet. Now, are they into sports yet?
They are not into sports yet. That I hope to. I'm just gonna say they're more gamer kids. They've never really taken an interest in wanting to do any sports. I try to put them in like martial arts and stuff, and they're just like, they just love gaming.
Hey, it's funny that you say that, because that's both my kids. I have a 20-year-old son and an 18-year-old daughter, and they were never athletic. Now, they did play sports for a little while, but it was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. And I wasn't the kind of parent that's going to make you play, because if you don't want to play, you shouldn't play.
Yeah, I don't want to force that on your kids. And it's so weird. I was super athletic.
Same here. So I thought that my kids would be too. And then, the funny thing is, though, I really didn't care, because looking back, I thought, did that really do that much for me? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm still going to be who I'm going to be. So if they want to play, let them play. If they don't.
It's almost that pressure from people when they ask me that. I'm like, did I fail as a parent by not putting them in sports?
Oh, like, absolutely. Yeah,
I feel like every time it's like a cut in my heart. I'm like,
yeah.
I feel so bad. Like everyone, because sometimes people almost give you that energy, like, oh, well, like that they're missing a part of their manhood because I didn't put them in football.
Exactly. No, I completely understand, because it's like, you're hanging out with another parent and their kids playing whatever. And
they're going off all their accolades. And you're like, oh, well.
And then they say, what sports do your kids play?
Right.
They like to play the PS4.
They're Fortnite all day, baby, all day.
Right. And the funny thing is, though, like my son's 20 now, and he's been doing video gaming literally since he was 2.
What?
My wife, in fact, it was probably before that. My wife showed me a picture last week, and it was my son sitting in my lap when he's about probably 18 months to 2 years old, and he's playing a video game.
That is adorable.
So I have no one to blame but myself. But no, I'm not blaming. I'm happy that he's doing what he loves to do, and he's doing a streaming channel for video gaming.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's on Twitch. I don't know much about Twitch, so
that's a big thing. If they can, they can make a lot of money from that.
Well, that would be awesome, because then less of my money would be going his way.
That's what I'm hoping. Like, develop your own games, and because these things are expensive.
Oh, kids are expensive.
Kids are expensive. That's why I just like, this is, now that they're getting older, it's like, okay, I can actually breathe a little bit more,
Yeah, it does that part gets a lot easier. And the good thing is you don't have a girl, because the girl is tough. The girl is real tough.
I'm really glad that I have boys. I'm just going to say
boys are so much easier. And I know this because I have one of each, and I grew up in a family of just boys. And so I know how easy it was for just boys. And I know that when your daughter turns 12-ish to 13-ish, she goes from a daddy's girl to daddy's a moron. He can't do anything right.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Oh, yeah. And the great thing is they come back around. So,
I've heard, they're going to come to you with all their wanting advice about guys, and then all of a sudden dad's best friend again.
When they figure out that you are the money tree,
that part,
they have to come back. They know there's no other way.
That is true.
And when your daughter's in Australia, it's very, very expensive.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're crazy expensive over there.
Yeah, it really is. And she's been gone since last October, and probably won't be back for 2 more years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is she going to come back? She might be in Australia at this point.
We never know. We never know. Last year she went to Africa, the Philippines, and Mexico. Awesome. And now she's taken on a role down in Australia.
I can't even imagine how that's transformed her whole life to have that perspective of all these different places.
Yeah. I mean, she has no qualms about picking up her backpack and jumping on a plane and going wherever she felt she's led to go.
Good for her. She's going places.
Yeah, well, she's gone right now. So, well, hey, thank you so much for taking the time and hanging out with us. And we love what you do. You're a rock star. And we're going to be talking to you more in the near future.
I look forward to that. That would be awesome.
Well, hey, thank you so much. And you have a great weekend, Coco.
You too. Thank you.
Welcome back, Cigar Talk. Hope you enjoyed the interview with Coco, the cigar madam.
Yeah.
Dude, she is a rock star.
You saying it, and we know it. That's the truth.
I mean, to watch her over the last 6 months or so.
Yes, sir.
Just work her ass off to get where she is now. And to explore the cigar world like she has. I'm impressed. I think she's like super intellectual. She's motivated. She's an entrepreneur. She rocks.
Oh yes,
that's all.
It shows in everything she did, especially in that Instagram. On her Instagram, everything about it is professional, man. You look at that and you're like, okay.
Well, and I'm excited that she's creating her own monthly cigar club, dude. I think that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I'm gonna sign up.
Yeah,
I think you should sign up too.
Will.
Let's sign up and see if she knocks it out of the park, because I have no doubt that she's going to knock it out of the park.
Everything else she's done. Yeah.
And we were doing a cigar monthly club for 2 months. Let's just call it what it is. We dropped the ball.
Oh yeah.
You can make excuses,
but we won't.
But it's not happening.
Nope.
Therefore, it's our fault.
Oh yes.
And so I'm not blaming anybody else. It is what it is. And someday we might bring that back.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we will, because we're trying to focus on the show and make it the best that it can be. So we can't put too many irons in the fire. But if that's something that we want to do, we'll make it right.
Most definitely.
But for now, I'm signing up for the Cigar Madams monthly cigar club.
Yes, sir.
I think
too.
it's going to be
Me
badass.
Too. Yes, sir.
And so, anyway, let's talk about the cigars we've been smoking.
Yeah, that Aganosa leaf.
I'm lighting one up.
Yeah,
I
you're gonna
finished
find
off
out.
the Placencia.
As usual. As usual. He's on his 13th stick.
No, you know what? Actually, I think today I've had 4. That's not bad. What
This
time is it?
you see what time it is.
What time is it? 5? It's 5 o'clock, and I've only had 4 cigars. That's like I'm on a diet.
That's what I was going to say. It's weird. You say, I've not smoked that many. What time is it? that will show how many I've smoked today. Yeah.
Hey, I'm way behind. I'm going to have to stay up late.
Oh, my goodness, man.
You know,
There's nothing wrong with it, but it is.
I'm going to have to stay up
Yeah.
late.
So I can catch it. I have a quota.
I do have a quota.
Oh, man.
Anyway, hey, let's get to. Do I have my phone?
As he looks at the producer, do I have my phone? That kills me. That kills me. It's right there, man. How many Elijah Craigs did he have?
Hey, I have 2 missed calls.
Uh-oh.
We got to call somebody back. You know, I don't have it plugged in. Can you plug it in?
Not from that far away.
No. I can bring it over there, and we can just plug it in. Kevin McGrew.
Why? Because he called. But on the show, I think this boy. I don't know, man. You go outside, Brian. Take over.
This is good. This is when you free someone, when you give someone their freedom, it's like giving them a rope. You give them an inch, they want a mile. Look at him. This gentleman has got up from his seat. He has walked over there to where the producer is and is trying to tell him how to do his job. We have a great producer.
Karen. Hey, Karen.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so I'm going to take this call right quick. Kevin McGrew, is this you?
Now he wants to be a rapper.
How you doing?
Hey, man, we're doing good. We're actually recording the show, so I saw I missed your call. I know you missed my call, and I wanted to be like, hey, I want to make sure Kevin knows that when he calls, I don't dick around.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my
I love it.
gosh.
How's it going, brother?
Going good, man. How you been, man?
Really good. Yeah.
Dude, we
It's
have
been
missed
really,
talking to you. It's been too long.
I tell you, man, you've just been like really busy.
Well, we're always busy, but we're never too busy for the Cigar Man Official.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's a privilege to be back.
Well, we want to have you on the show soon, so probably within the next week or 2, we would like to do a Zoom meeting and have you on the show. How can you handle that?
I can handle that. I miss being on the show. I listen to the show all the time. You sound. So it would be great to connect with everybody on the show. Absolutely.
I just want to tell you, though, that today's show is a new experience.
It's a new experience.
Yeah.
It's a completely new experience. And you know what? I think some people will really enjoy it. And I think people will be like, how long has it been since Rob's been to confession?
Well, I've always wondered that. So this would be good.
Yeah. So here's the thing. We've brought Luke Jones in, and now he's the producer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's controlling
You guys
the
are up in the
audio. He's controlling the video. And
He's controlling
now,
the show.
Now, I no longer wear a leash.
Well, I've been waiting a long time for Luke to take the mantle. We
He
know you know,
has. He stepped up and he's given us direction. He's like making me aware of things that I probably should have always been aware of.
That's what the producer does.
Right.
Right?
So we definitely want to do a show with Cigar Man Official. We've missed you. We've had so much fun with you in the past, and it's been way too long, brother.
Well, when you let me know when, and I will be there. I'm excited that you have some help, because you guys are up in your game. I love the YouTube part of it, so yeah, keep it up, man. You guys are up in your game big time.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you a lot. We appreciate that, especially coming from you. You're like, when we think of opinions,
yours is it.
Yours is like right there at the top of the mix. You know what I mean? Like some people give us their opinion and we're like, but your opinion, we actually write them down.
Oh, well, you know, I've been there when you were just getting this thing going.
Dude,
Yes.
you were here at the very infancy stage of Cigar Talk.
I'm telling you, man, I just have a real affinity for it because I know what you've been through. I know your passion.
Dude, it's
I
like
keep
Kevin was like,
focused, man.
these
Otherwise,
guys.
you'd have been like teaching everybody else how to do podcasts instead of doing Cigar Talk like we need you to do.
Well, thank
So
you.
I try to keep you focused.
I appreciate that. Yeah, because you like most people don't know how many sidetrack ideas Rob Jones comes up with. It's like,
man.
hey, we should be strippers. And Cigar Man Official's like, no, stay focused. Nobody wants to see that.
No, you have SOS.
What is SOS?
Shiny Object Syndrome.
I thought you were going to say
No.
squirrel over there.
Yeah, that too. But no, you got it, and I'm proud of you guys, and you got a great co-host, and
Oh, dude, do I not have the best co-host? I mean, really.
I'm just trying.
I tell you, if it wasn't for your co-host, I don't know if you'd be around now.
I agree 100%.
Nah, man.
I agree 100%. He's like the Ed Dick man.
He said Ed Dick. See what I'm talking about?
He's like the Ed Dick man of, late night.
Absolutely. No, you guys play well up there, definitely. Plus, he's served in the military.
We've been talking about that. We took a break from recording the show. We talked about the travel or journey from high school football to the Army was not near as what it was for the guys who never played sports. They were like crying in the backside of the shadows, and he was like, "This
nothing.
is what you got?
Yeah.
All right, cool, I got you."
I've done 2 days, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Well, he did 3 days in St. Louis.
3 days. There you go.
And they were not hands off. So,
absolutely.
well, hey man, we're going to get back to the show, but I want to talk to you real soon, brother.
Sounds great, man. Look forward to connecting.
All right,
Love
take
you
care,
guys.
man. Love
Catch
you
you later.
bro. Hey, so that was Cigar Man Official.
Yeah,
Great dude,
man,
Great
from the
dude.
beginning.
I mean,
From
the
the
thing about
beginning.
it is he's supported Cigar Talk back when we had no idea what we were going to do.
Tell the truth.
I mean, and actually, he's been a part of the growth of Cigar Talk even before you were on.
Yep.
Because he would be like, I'd talk to him on the phone because he's a marketing guru,
Yes.
dude. If you're wanting to set up a marketing thing, if you don't talk to Cigar Man Official,
You're missing out.
you're missing the boat because
missing
that's what
out.
he does.
Yep.
And so all the viable information that he gave me was just lights out. And you know what I just realized?
He went reaching for that bagel, man. He ate that bagel an hour ago.
I just wanted to make sure that I didn't finish it.
No, bro. You went looking for that.
It's gone.
It's gone.
So, anyway, let me get my phone out. We're going to play
Oh, Lord,
who
here we
is
go.
the Moose Mountain Goods winner this week.
Yes.
Moose
Yes.
Mountain Goods. And, I've been seeing a lot of videos. They've been doing a lot of stuff here in Abilene. And they're going to be opening up a brick and mortar
Yes,
coffee
they are.
house.
Yes, they
I
are.
can't wait. I got to sell them on the idea of we need an outdoor smoking, coffee drinking patio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that gives you an opportunity to bring that cigar community there. So we can go somewhere else and sit down and get you a good drink of Joe and a good stick. You got me, bro.
You know I'm all over it.
Oh,
Hey.
anytime, anytime.
You got coffee? You got cigars?
Oh, I'm there. I'm there. I'll sit on a brick. I'm there.
I'll tell you what, dude. This Aganorsa leaf, the Supreme leaf.
It's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. It's a good stick, bro.
I let it. You know what? I'm ashamed.
You let it go.
I let it go out. That's what happens when you start yakking instead of smoking.
It's all this free time. You got too much to do now. I can do this. I can touch that. Oh, yeah.
Well, think about it when you're smoking a cigar on one hand and running the soundboard on the other. Yeah. I'm floored.
Yeah. I was waiting on you one day to pick up the board and put it to your mouth. I'm glad he didn't get that on video. Rob.
Anyway, let's get to the giveaway winner.
Yes, sir.
So Moose Mountain Goods is a local Abilene
premium
coffee roasting machine.
Yes.
The great thing is it's a family.
Mm-hmm.
Their 2 teenage boys are actually being part of the company.
Groomed.
Whether it be the packaging, the shipping. I mean, they're all over it.
Yeah.
And they're learning how to roast.
And they want to. Yeah.
And that's cool, man. So this week's coffee winner, Moose Mountain Coffee Goods coffee winner, is Ashley Baker.
Ashley Baker. Okay.
And all I can tell you is, to make sure there's not more than one, is that you have a number 1. Uno numero. Is that right? Uno numero? Or numero uno?
As long as you don't say hundo.
Well, we're going to get there.
Oh, God.
So, Ashley, to claim your prize... Claim. Hey, that's the early times kicking in.
No, that's that oldest in you. All right, Andy, where's my key?
You know where it is. So anyway, Ashley, send us an email before next Sunday at 1800.
There it is.
And you will be the winner of the Moose Mountain Goods coffee.
Yes.
And in the body of the email, give your name, address, and whether you want your beans ground or whole, and we'll get that shipped out to you.
Most definitely.
So that's all you got to do. And if you want to be in the running for the giveaway, then go by our website, which is cigartalkpodcast.com, and click the register button.
And
all we ask for is your name, your email address. That's it.
Yep.
I think on average right now, we average about sending 1 email for every 6 months.
Yeah.
Now, we may, hey, you know what I always say? We're going to step that up, but then we never do.
No,
so even if we were, here's the thing. I think 1 email a month is acceptable. No?
Leave me alone.
No.
Leave me alone.
Wait a minute.
No.
You don't understand.
No.
I get emails sometimes 3 times a day.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm telling you.
So
leave me alone.
If I'm getting 3 a month, you think 1 a month? I mean, if I'm getting 3 a day, you think 1 a month is too much?
Too much. Leave it alone.
I think you're full of it.
Nope.
I think
you're full of it.
No,
Otis.
I think people with 1 time a month would be okay.
No. Leave them alone.
But that being said,
leave them.
We've done
alone.
it once every 6 months.
Thank you.
I'm just
once every 3 months would be.
Once every 3 months would be okay.
Yeah.
You're kind of a hard ass.
No, it's just the truth. We're not here to pander people. We're not here to go after them, especially with emails. We're here to talk about cigars and spirits, marrying them together, pairing them. We don't leave them alone. Look at him. Look at him. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. we have people that love listening to this. They don't want to see. Oh, here's another email from Cigar Talk this month.
Oh, now delete.
Yep. See.
Okay, so we will never.
Thank you.
Never. Here's our pledge from this day forward.
Come on.
We will never email you more than once every 3 months.
Thank you.
Are you happy now?
Thank you.
Pledge.
Thank you.
We pledge.
Thank you.
We promise. In fact, speaking of that, like, we were talking about how, like, whenever we were younger, and this was on the pre-show,
Yeah.
but we were talking about when we were younger how we used to get whipped, spanked,
yes.
whatever you want to call it. See,
Beat.
I didn't spank my kids.
I did.
I never spanked my kids.
I did.
I used to take Velcro and put it around their wrists and their ankles, and then I would duct tape them to the bed, and then I would brand them with curling irons.
There's a jail. There's a jail for you.
my son's like, that's not true. That's not true. That's only because he's humiliated.
That's kidnapping, man. What are you talking about? You just confessed to a crime.
You know what?
I know you're joking.
Yeah.
I know you're joking. As soon as you said that, Luke looked like,
Well,
what?
hey, the reason I thought about that is because I was on Twitter not long ago,
Really?
and this woman put on there, she was like, when I was growing up, when we were punished, we were put in time out. What did your parents do? And so I responded, my parents tied me up and branded me with the curling iron. Hey, you know what? Not one single like.
No.
They were like,
There was some of those that actually went through that. They was like, ooh, I'm not going to like that. No, I didn't like it then.
they were like, that takes me back.
Yes. You bringing back bad memories, right?
Right.
Come on, bro.
So, anyway, congratulations.
Yeah, for real. You see what happens when we give Rob freedom? We have to have constraints on him, man. Dude, you can only do this. We need a dog collar right now. Yeah, that's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get a dog collar. And we're gonna give Luke the control of it. We're gonna have one show. We're gonna have one show where the entire show you're gonna hear Rob doing
little button, electrocution.
Yeah, get him every time. Good.
Hey, if you get one that they sell for the hamsters, you could put one on Bryant's balls.
No. Here's the thing. Everything that you did to Luke when he was young, he is going to get you back with that. Yeah, you remember the Velcro joke?
Hey, stick your finger in there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man.
So, anyway, I guess that's going to wrap up the show. So, we want to say thank you
To our Patreons, man. We truly appreciate you guys, taking time out of your day, not just to listen to the show, but to also participate in the show. It's helped us. You've seen how far we've come along.
Hey,
and
now we're
wait a minute.
Now
Let me
we're
finish.
transversing.
No, let me finish. And because of you, we have what we have now. So thank you. Thank you.
Hey. Lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. We'll tell you guys about that on the pre-show.
Yeah.
You'll hear about that on the pre-show.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Lemonade.
Oh, my goodness.
That cool, refreshing drink.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, guys. Next week, we're going to be in the studio with McAuliffe team.
Yes.
We've got Dan Thompson. We've got Amanda that was there. She won't actually be on the show. We got Sam that was in the background. And then we've got Bob that makes
Bob. What was the inflection on the for? Bob. Yeah, you from Lubbock. That's that Lubbock vernacular. Bob.
That's West Texas draw.
What's your real name, Robert? Bob. Come on. And as usual, thank you for being a part of Cigar Talk. And as he would say this week, keep smoking, people. Keep smoking. Thank you.